Welcome back everyone to the Lord Shank Diecast series. We are back for the first time in a while and we're going to kick off driver introductions. It's been a while, I know, it's a very long wait and we're here to kick it off. This will be a really long video. I'm sorry about that, but it's just how it is, and soon we'll get some racing underway. So without further ado, let's introduce all the teams and drivers. Our first one's going to be a really long one. This is Rush Racing, not to be confused with Roush. In the 17 at the moment we have Matt Kenseth. In the 6, it is of course Mark Martin. The 99 is Jeff Burton. The green 16 is Kevin LePage, and the black one is Greg Biffle. Those two are alternating rides throughout the season. They won't race all the time with each other. That's how it is. And the 26 way off in the back there is their new developmental driver, Eckhard Way. Next one is a team you should all be familiar with. 100 Proof Racing, James Clayman's team. In the 10 Tide Ride is his son, Tony Clayman. And in the 51 Days of Thunder, Exxon, I think that's a Chevy, is James Clayman himself. These people, I think, are very good drivers and probably will get a win or two. Next up in the 46 Superflow Chevrolet is Stormtrooper. Stormtrooper is driving for the team Hotbox Match Wheels. Next up in the number 71 is Dave Marcus. Dave Marcus is driving for Wild Mickey or Mile Race Park. I know I didn't write it down properly. Next up is Penske Racing. In the front, number 2 Auto Trader is Brian Keselowski. In the number 12 is Dave Blaney. And also in the number 12 at the back is Jeremy Mayfield. This team is one that you should all be familiar with. It's the Dodge Factory team, Evernham Racing. In the number 9 is Bill Elliott, up at the front there. And in the 19 is Casey Elliott. I bet some of you won't know who that is. But us legends know who Casey Elliott is. In the 27 Hooters car, it is Matthew Harding for the WCDC Racing team. Next up is a legend of the sport. In the 999, it is Gavin McSplage. In the 33 behind him is his son, Donald McSplage. They are driving for the team McSplage Motorsports. Next up is James Clayman's satellite team. For some reason they don't have a name yet. I was going to say also 100 Proof Racing, but I don't know. In the 94 is Bill Elliott. Number 6 is also Mark Martin, not to be confused with one with Rush Racing. In the 43, that is John Andretti, and in the 5, that is Terry Labonte. James, if you do see this, I would like you to confirm what the team name is going to be. Thank you for that. Also, they're very good cars, good customs. Next up is Gravity Track GP. They are all driving the number 4 car. First up at the front there, that is Agron Rage Fist. Next up, behind him is James Sterling, or Jimmy Sterling. Tex Walker Jr. is in that Looney Tunes Kodak Ford, Chevy if you can tell. And all the way in the back in that Subway one is Wesley Squire. These are all part of Gravity Track GP. Next we have is Henrik Motorsports. In the 5 is Texas Terry. And in the 24 is Jeff Jordan. Next up is Ragtag Jim in the 87 Burger King Chevrolet. He is driving for the Cliff, Arizona chapter. In the 46 City Chevrolet, it's everyone's favorite Days of Thunder car. Not driven by Cole Trickle, it is driven by Louip Knips. I think that's how you say it. And they are driving for Wreckage Bluff Raceway. Next up in the number 1, it is Ego driving for HFA Motor Club. Up next in the 29 Cartoon Network Chevy, That is Triple B, driving for Cheap Thrills Racing. This is where we hit our first hiccup in the series. We have a few unnamed cars. I don't think the 92 goes to anyone yet. So right now it's an unnamed driver driving for an unnamed team. We have a few of them. I'll point them out when we get to them. Next up is the legendary Brockbeard Racing. In the number 23 we have Hut Strickland. In the number 22 back there is Ward Burton. This is owned by NASCAR YouTuber Brockbeard. Next, in the number 28 is Randy Tooth Fairy Jr. driving for Junior's Raceway. I don't know which car he kind of claimed, so just giving him both. He can choose to alternate between the rides if he wants to. You know, putting that out there. In the number 15 we have Earl, driving for Wild Boar Racing. Next up in the number 21 is Michael Waltrip. He is driving for his own team, Michael Waltrip Racing. Next up is a legendary person from Brazil. It is Shane Miller, driving for Miller Motorsports. Next up is the number 30 of Bear McKay. He is driving for Rabid Shetland Racing. Next up in the number 13 is Delma Cowart, driving for Delma Cowart Racing. Next up in the number 52 Buick Regal, it is Blaze Thunderstruck. Next up in the number 66 is Lake Speed, driving for Dirtbag Racing. This is another unnamed driver. For now it's going under Jerry Nadeau. As of now, the number 8 Thunderbird is still unnamed. The number 50 car is still unnamed at this time. Next up in the 46 we have Bob Hill, driving for Frank Kimmel Racing. The number 7 is also unnamed at this time. Next up in the number 18 Interstate Batteries is Bobby Labonte. Next up in the number 55 is Ted Musgrave. Next up we have some royalty. This is Gold Racing. In the number 6 it is Carl Long. And in the number 300 is Tim Flock. Next up in the number 98 Fingerhut Ford Thunderbird is Derek Cope. In the number 25 Virginia is for Lovers. Chevy is Hermie Sadler, driving for Hermie Sadler Racing. In the number 38 is Elton Sawyer. Next up is Richard or Dick Trickle. Driving in the number 21 Citgo Ford, we have Morgan Shepherd. As of now, the number 68 Country Time car is unnamed. Driving in the number 70 Pontiac is J.D. McDuffie for McDuffie Racing. For Darrell Waltrip Motorsports, we have Darrell Waltrip in the number 17. In the number 11 is Kane Black for Black Dragon Racing. Unfortunately, Kane Black was supposed to be in the 26, but that got taken by Bodine Brothers Racing. So right now I gave him the number 11. In the number 21 for Rust Belt Racing, we have Cupcake. In the number 51, we have Neil Bonnet. Next up, we have Dale Jarrett Racing with Dale Jarrett in the number 88 UPS Ford. And behind him in the Ford Credit 88, we have Carson Ware. This is one of the first teams to join the series. It is DT99 Race Team. The 92 is Nigel Carbonator, and the 66 is Giles Hemme. Next up we have the best racing team, in brackets, Mexican Hot Sauce. The 94 in the blue Macca's Nighttime car is Sticking Carpile. Next one in the Thunderbat is 999 Jazzy. In the gold 94 it is Viking King 2005, and last but not least is Big Man Andy. Next up is another unnamed driver. Please, people, claim these drivers. I need it. Next up in the number 40 is Pad Pad. Pad drives for US 20/26 Raceway. In the number 10, we have Johnny Benson driving for MB2 Motorsports. Yes, this is the team that took the 26 car from Kane Black. This is Bodine Brothers Racing. In the number 26, we have Brett Bodine. In the number 34, we have Todd Bodine. And in number 15, we have Jeff Bodine. Next up, we have Richard Petty Motorsports. In the front, number 43, we have Christian Fittipaldi. In the COT, our only COT at the moment, is AJ Allmendigger. And in the back, that is Richard Petty. And last but not least, we come to JSM2 Racing. We have Dale Earnhardt Sr. in number 3, Steve Park in the number 1, and Robbie Gordon in the number 30. And yes, folks, that is it. We made it to the end, finally. That is all the teams and drivers, minus a few unnamed ones, that will be in the Lord Shank Diecast series. As of now, we don't have a name for the series yet, or a title sponsor, or anything like that. So if you got anything like that, hit me up. We can work something out. I don't expect it to happen instantly. I know. So I thank you people for watching this. We will get speed weeks and qualifying underway soon. I'm still waiting for a timer, like a timer thing that you go on the track to come. And once that comes, we can get underway. Thank you for watching this, really. And I hope we can get this season underway shortly. I know it's been a really long time since I first announced this series, but we're finally getting started. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe, and for those who are out there in Diecast community, welcome to the channel. It's going to be an honor. It's an honor that you've come here. And yeah, thank you. Bye.